Raindrops, they hamper my vision, falling down and cutting incision in my mind, while we sail away our time.
Rain was wet and cold. Everybody was, all hands on deck.
I'm honored to be part of Hōkūleʻa's worldwide voyage.
We just returned from Swains Island and are now returning to Pago Pago.
So when I say Hōkūleʻa, you're gonna let go. Hōkūleʻa, hold it. Go, alu.
We came down here just to share a bit of our culture, just in celebration of having the Hōkūleʻa here in Whangare Te Terenga Praua.
Nalani, Manu, Noyo,
I know.
Why do we do this? We love the ocean. Simple as that. When you love a place, you look after it.
The magic of it is that we actually discover how we all have a common unity, and that is our ocean.
You can see how warm it is. This guy, not even need fall weather gear.
This canoe helped to revival a lot of our people, the revival of our culture, the revival of our language. I stand here in front of you because of the power of Hōkūleʻa and what it was able to do for our people. And as we travel along to the rest of the communities, we hope we have the same impact on indigenous communities around the world.
We speak to the Spirit of the Lake today to know each one of you, to welcome you here to this sacred place.
The Great Barrier Reef is one of those spotlights that we shine onto the importance of the oceans, because it's the biggest and oldest living ecological system on the earth. And it comes our school, so we intentionally and strategically took the mission underwater.
First time I actually dove on a reef in Australia, my regulator fell out of my mouth because I had never seen anything like it.
To see these healthy reefs, it was mind-blowing.
Today, we just transitioned from Lake 12 to Lake 13, and we're preparing the canoe for our sail to Bali, Indonesia. We're here today at Darwin, Australia. The sail is going to be approximately 900 miles from here to Bali.
Even on a beach that's only populated by birds and nesting turtles, we find stuff like this. And this is marine debris that's come from far away. It's obviously not from these small islands.
We're just really looking forward to spending time in Bali, Indonesia, getting to know the people, the community here.
Green School sits kind of in the middle of Bali in Indonesia. Our school's purpose is making our world sustainable.
This is a school for leaders. This is a school for innovators. This is a school for the kind of future kind of thinking that we need today.
Stop, lions, tigers, and zebras. Oh my.
Yes, I enjoy when I am here, and I also love the way they take us, those people from Hawaii.
This would be one of the first self-catering apartments of modern humans. Approximately 135, 145,000 years earlier than any other evidence that we have for human behavior.
The voyage of the Hōkūleʻa reconnects us to each other on a primal level. It harks back to our oneness, to the starting point of our interconnectedness and our human journey.
You have left many blessings throughout your voyage. As you have left blessings here, we hope you'll take some blessings back home.
You can see behind us is a little unique situation where we're surrounded by fog. Definitely making it a little more challenging to navigate this canoe traditionally, because we're not even going to be able to see the sun or the stars or the moon. But we're still continuing on navigating as our ancestors have done for thousands of years. Shout out to our cook, Gary Ewan, another excellent 5-star meal, allowing us to stay healthy and positive and keep our bodies fully nourished so that we can do the things we need to do. "31 days out of Cape Town, a couple different stops at St. Helena, Ascension, and now we're here at Island Fernando. About 4,000 miles total distance from there to here.
Bruce's crew from Leg 16, Cape Town to Natal, Brazil, just handed over the Hōkūleʻa to Leg 17, which is taking the canoe from Natal, Brazil to St. John, U.S. Virgin Islands. Winds are averaging in the 20-knot range, so we're being pushed along at about 7 knots of speed. So we're making good speed towards our target, and like I said, the crew is doing well and everything's working as best as possible in these kind of rough conditions.
The ocean is being pillaged and destroyed by mankind for many, many years now. And Hōkūleʻa's Voyage is drawing attention to this and alerting the world to get out there and do something about it.
We just left Sabre Rock in the British Virgin Islands and we're setting sail for Cuba. So far we've had really fair winds, about 15 to 18 knots.
We're in Havana, Cuba. We visited old Havana town. We visited a very enterprising organic farm where they're trying to grow food to sustain the community here. Meeting community members, engaging in activities, and just thoroughly learning about the island culture here. So now we push off to Key West, Florida, and we'll be back in the United States of America by tomorrow evening.
We were in the Everglades National Park yesterday. Our first touch with the First Nations. The Seminole tribe greeted us, as well as the National Park Service. We're just so grateful to be in Florida, the first state as we make our way up the East Coast.
We've had wonderful community experiences, lots of families, lots of ohana here from Hawaii who've been so excited to see us and so welcoming, inviting us into their homes.
I think it's incredibly important that we engage with the indigenous peoples of whatever community we visit. It's a different perspective. They've been here for thousands of years, and when you get to meet them and learn about their communities, you engage in a very, very deep way about the spirit and the nature of the people who settled these lands.
On behalf of the Piscataway Indian Nation, and speaking very humbly on behalf of the Earth Mother, I wish to welcome you here.
The mission of Malama Honua is something that each of us can take and apply in our hearts and in our work every day. But what they are doing makes it real for all of us.
Your voyage is a great testament to the power of island people. Just one person, or even their family or community, may seem too small to make difference. We can be inspired by the example of this wonderful vessel, Hōkūleʻa.
Thank you for giving the time to recognize a voice from the deck of the Voyaging canoes. This is an overwhelming day.
We left New York City on Saturday and spent a beautiful night sailing over here. We're going to be connecting with the locals for the next couple of days.
Here on this sacred canoe, the canoe that held the hopes and the dreams of us as Hawaiians. It's important for us to greet each other in the water, so mahalo for launching your guys' canoes. Welcome! For we know that when we're arriving here on our canoe, it's not just those of us you see, it's all of us plus our ancestors who continue to travel on these canoes.
So the lock is basically a big bathtub with 2 gates on it. You open the doors to this huge bathtub, you come in, then the doors close, and it's either gonna fill with water or it's gonna let water out and it's gonna lower you down. Once you're at the proper level, then the doors open and you exit. By the end of the leg, this crew would have locked 61 times. That's 61 individual times through varying locks.
We just left Virginia and we're on our way to North Carolina. It was a very cool, about 2 nights ago we had ice on the canoe. Amazing, amazing.
We're on our way down to Key West, Florida, at the end of the Keys. We get ready for a trek across the Caribbean. Aloha kako, this is Lake 26 crew en route to Panama Canal. Right now we're in the Caribbean Sea. And we just want to wish our loved ones back home, Mele Kaliki Maka and Hau'oli Maka Iki Ho. Alright! First of 2 locks in the Miraflores locks. We have 1 more lock to go and then we'll join with the Pacific Ocean. This is the first time back in the Pacific Ocean. Hōkūleʻa is going back home and it's a special day. It's pretty exciting for everybody.
This is amazing for indigenous nation.
Our leg is sailing from Balboa, Panama to the Galapagos, which should take about 10 days.
Crew were able to interact up tight and close with the iguana.
We saw a baby sea lion
It was so cute, it's really small. One sea lion came up to us and they swim around all of us. They go underwater and turning and spinning. Like, look what I can do, and like show off. It was really cute.
We're just leaving the island of Santa Cruz, which is behind me here in the Galapagos. And we have about 1,800 miles to go to the island of Rapa Nui. We're going to open up our main and see how it goes.
As you can see around me, there are crew members out on watch looking for Rapa Nui, and we are in the hunt. Via our numbers, we should be in the visual range, but today the word of the day is patience, and so we have everybody out on the rails on watch looking for any signs of islands.
Slightly over to the right, and there's a little speck of onopihi.
Aloha, this is Haunani, Lekua, Noi, and Jason, the navigators from Lake 28 crew. On behalf of our entire crew, we wanted to give you guys all a big mahalo for following us as we made our way down to Rapa Nui. It was a great effort amongst our entire crew who helped us get the canoe to the island safely.
Malani, Hola, Manu, Noyo, Aina, La, Iki.
This is where we come from. This is our heaven. This is Mecca. This is a cultural center, and it's appropriate that Hōkūleʻa stop here before it returns to Hawaii.